I
Okay.
do agree. But my question, just to go off of your topic from today, all these lists that we do pull, when we finally get the list, we skip trace it and we start calling and speaking to sellers. Do we mention where we found their information, or we just go in with our script
No,
as
I
wholesalers?
I just go in and make sure they're the owner and see if they have see what their interest is in selling the property. You going in on the list is number one, probably going to embarrass them. Like most of these lists are not like good things.
Okay.
Um, and unfortunately, like a lot of people have been on them. So like attacking the list, it's not going to win you any credibility points.
Okay.
So you're
Okay.
better off. So you got to look at it is you're finding properties where there's going to be the most likelihood to get a deal as opposed to you just pulling like a raw Zillow list because
Yeah.
that's going to be painful.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if they want to sell, they all want tippy top dollar. If I know someone's got grass that's 3 or 4 feet high and like there's a leak, the roof's missing, they're probably going to be they'll go, yeah, I'm open to selling it. I got some. And so I rather them tell you the issues than you attack them because you're a stranger.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, when you first meet someone, do you tell them all the problems with Natasha or you tell them all the good things?
Uh, all the good things.
That's human nature. So we
Yeah.
don't have to go, guys, you don't have to go far from your DNA lineage. Like, there's a reason, like, Facebook is kind of fake book because everybody puts out their best photos. Nobody puts out their worst photos.
Nope.
And have you heard of this new what's it called? That one you do like the Get Real app? I
Get
saw a
real.
Saturday Night Live skip. I thought I was going to roll on the floor. Have you ever heard of this?
Never heard of it.
So if you got, I'm not promoting it, but it's an app where you sign up and then it randomly like gives you a counter on your app on your phone, and you have to take a picture in like 30 seconds or a short video, and you have to keep it real. And so they did a skit on Saturday Night Live where a guy was robbing a bank. He goes, "Wait a minute, my real app's going off." He's like, "Are you really going to do that?" He goes, "Because if you don't do it, you get kicked out."
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I go, my God, I go, this thing's the wildest thing. Maybe we need to create something like this for wholesalers to get the truth of what's going on. So people being coached for free, people being paid coach, and then you can get the actual truth. Because the reality is, all you guys get are these testimonials. You realize these testimonials are like, it's 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 like getting a testimonial like when you go get your teeth cleaned, right? Hey, how do your teeth feel? Oh, they feel wonderful. I've never felt better. This is amazing. And then 4 or 5 months later, you got cavities and everything else. So it's like these guys never ever do a testimony the day after you buy a product, the day after you take a coaching course. Give it a year. Guys, you can do that with me too. Like give it a year and go, hey, listen, this is what I think of Zach and Rick. I don't ask for testimonials because you do you know you can buy software to give you fake testimonials all day long.
Yep.
You see that
Yep.
pilot program? Do you ever notice when you're looking on someone's software, John just bought it, Susie just bought it, you're like, oh my God, I got to buy it. It's all about impulse buying. I'm getting
Mm-hmm.
tired of everybody being tricked. It's complete BS. So,
Yep.
anyways, you are better off letting them pull that information. Your job is to try to connect rapport. But remember, if you're doing a cold calling campaign, your job is to get rid of people first and then find the people that you can talk to. So like, hey, I saw that water got shut off in your house. What's going on? Click.
Yeah, no. No.
And then like, so people always ask me this on probates. I go, you come on. Like, yeah, I saw your aunt died. Do you want to sell me your house?
Oh God.
No, you can't. So you just got to
Mm-hmm.
go like, it's better off just the simplest approach. If you get 200 leads and just maybe you have water shut off, code violations, and just put them together. You kind of code them and you go through them. And then like I watched Zach, he'd rip through hundreds of calls and then like he'd get one, he's like, oh my God. Like you get out a pad and you just like start writing information. And when you get them, you got to pay attention because it's hard to get these people back on the phone.
Yeah.
So my suggestion, so when you guys are ripping through calls, if there's any type of service you can use that you can afford, you don't have to do this. But in the long run, Zach used to drive me crazy because he didn't write down addresses and stuff. I go, what the hell? Like I'm a writer. Everything I do is like on a like. I even got like a little pad under here. Like I write. That's how I learned in school,
I
or that's
take
how
notes a
little I
lot
learned in
too.
school. That's how I learned. So if you guys ever listen to like David Goggins, for him, like he has dyslexia and stuff, for him to learn a book, he literally has to write it out. It's crazy, but that's just a function of our brains. Like it's what God gave us, and it's the way our environment we came up into. So you can use apps, you can use recording stuff where you can record the conversation if you can understand what you're saying or the seller's saying. And Zach would go through, and then we got so good at it, we transcribed the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever an address, it would automatically highlight. I'm like, I've been writing for the last 10 years. I could have done that. So sometimes like the younger generation thinks of better stuff for
Yeah.
us older folks like me. And we find stuff like that. Cause he's like, I saw him going, I go, here, let me give you a pad of paper. He's like, get it away. I'm like, he goes, it's recorded. Don't worry about it. I'm like, damn, he's good.
Well, listen, I'm the same way. Rick. I got my
Yeah.
notebook right here in my hand.
Let me tell you what, I've pissed off more people in a car because when I was a one-man operation, I'd have the phone like this and trying to drive and I'm trying to write. And I kind of like, just pull over, guys, pull over. You're going to kill someone. It's not worth it. So,
Yeah.
it's good stuff. So does that answer your question?
Yes, I do have one quick question. I think you answered it earlier.
Question. What's that? I swear I'm going to get
gonna buy the T-shirt.
Get a graphic or a buzzard every time you guys say that because it's
I'm gonna buy it. When you make it, I'm gonna buy the T-shirt.
I think I'll do the T-shirt. I got a quick question.
So
I go every time you guys say it, you got to buy it. You got to buy the shirt. We'll figure a charity it goes to, and then like we'll raise hundreds of thousands of dollars, but instead of giving it to the coaches.
So I most likely will be doing virtually, right? And I know you said it's better to go in person for some of these lists. So the goal is just to be able to finesse your way in there over the phone if you have to. Right?
Yeah, I got a little ADHD there. Say it again.
So I heard you say it earlier, I think, but I will be doing virtually. Virtual markets. So in order to get I know you said for some of these lists, it's better to go in person to get them. Mm-hmm. But if you can't be there in person, you finesse your way over the phone.
Correct. So the biggest problem people have doing it virtually is they call the wrong department and the person goes, I don't know what you're talking about. And then you try to talk them into it. It's on you to get the right department. You got to do the research. Not every city and county is the exact same. No. So Chadrick from South Africa, he called me. I walked him through it. He's like, Rick, I got it. He goes, it took me about 3 or 4 tries. He goes, but the first 2, I was just with the wrong lady. I'm like, wrong building, wrong department. When they say, I don't know what you're talking about, it means you contacted the wrong department. It's okay. Just go, okay, it's not that one. It's weird how they label some of this stuff. Code enforcement, code violations, some of them with the building department. The tax delinquency, like in the state of Florida, they're all tied to DMV. Why? I have no idea. I have to sit there while people are getting their driver's license to get the tax delinquency when I used to go in person myself. I'm like, are you kidding me? I had to get a number and take it. I'm like, barely passed the eye test. But if you ever go to the DMV, it's like, it's a 5-6 hour process.
Yes, it is. Terrible. It is.
84-year-old lady taking an eye test before me. I'm like, oh.
Well, that's the only questions I had for today. Thank you, Rick.
Okay.